My beloved child, stop scrolling right now. Do not let your finger touch that screen again. If you walk away now, you will miss the exact intervention you have been begging for. I need you to give me just a little time today, because heaven has orchestrated this precise moment just for you. Something monumental. I have seen your tears. I heard your silent cries when you thought the entire world was fast asleep, leaving you to sit there in the dark, feeling completely broken inside. You truly believed that no one noticed your profound exhaustion. You thought you had to wear that heavy mask forever. But you are absolutely not invisible to me. I saw you sitting in your car the other day. You parked in the driveway and just stared at the steering wheel for 20 minutes. You needed to pull yourself together before facing your family, and you wiped your tired eyes while taking a very deep breath. You walked inside with a fake smile painted on your face, and your fragile heart felt incredible. I saw you open your phone to ask for help. You typed out a message saying how exhausted you were, but then your pride and your deep shame made you delete every single word. You typed "I am fine" instead and hit send. You are so tired of being the strong one for everyone else. You carry the massive weight of the world on your shoulders. But you were never meant to carry this heavy burden alone. The exhaustion you feel is not just physical tiredness. It is a very specific spiritual attack designed to drain your joy completely. There is an unseen thief trying to steal your divine destiny, and they want to make you give up right before your grave. Do not skip this vital message today. I am stepping down into your situation right now. I have decided that this specific one must be fiercely protected against all harm. I am wrapping my heavenly shield around your fragile spirit, because the enemy has crossed a line that I will no longer tolerate. Your season of suffering in silence. Listen carefully to my voice. I know the vicious internal commentary playing on repeat in your mind. You constantly blame yourself for every little mistake. You think you are just not strong enough to handle life, but that is a terrible lie from the dark pit of hell. You have been fighting a massive spiritual. I am giving you that bright armor today. Breathe in my profound peace right now. Let the heavy anxiety wash out of your tired chest. You are entirely safe under my mighty wings, and the legal right the darkness had over your peace has officially expired. I am canceling the assignment of the enemy. You are my chosen one. Before you were even born into this world, heaven held a grand meeting about your life. Angels were given specific assignments concerning your beautiful future. You are not a random accident wandering aimlessly on this earth, but a generational curse breaker carrying a I am about to reveal exactly why your life has been so incredibly hard. I will show you the hidden reason behind your deepest pain, but you must stay with me and listen closely. Do not let distractions pull your attention away right now. The enemy will desperately try to make you swipe away from this video, because they know that if you hear this truth, their dark power over you breaks completely. So I need you to focus your mind on my words and let my voice be the only thing that matters in this quiet moment. You have waited many long years for this profound level of clarity. The heavy confusion is lifting from your eyes like a thick. If you feel a strange stirring in your chest right now, that is your spirit recognizing the ultimate truth. It is the undeniable frequency of heaven connecting with your soul. I want you to make a small step of faith today. If you believe this message is true, I need you to type Amen, or I. This is not just a random internet comment. It is a prophetic act telling heaven that your heart is open. You are officially confirming that you are absolutely ready for the shield. You are acknowledging that you can no longer fight this brutal battle relying on your own strength. So hand the sword over to me. You have survived so much silent pain over the last few years. People walked away when you needed them the most. They betrayed your deep trust and left you completely shattered on the floor. You cried out to me wondering if I had forgotten your name, and you asked why the wicked seemed to prosper while I assure you, I never once forgot about you. I collected every single tear you shed in the dark nights. I counted the moments you felt entirely abandoned by the cold world. But what you thought was a cruel punishment was actually my divine protection, and I had to hide you away to prepare you for. You have questioned your own sanity recently. You look in the mirror and see a very tired face staring back at you. The dark circles under your eyes tell a painful story. You are not losing your mind. But I need you to understand something absolutely critical about this severe exhaustion you are feeling right now. You have spent months believing that you are simply weak. You thought your faith was failing because you could not find the energy to pray. You compared yourself to others who seemed to have it all together, and you wondered why every single step forward requires twice the amount of energy for you compared to them. Listen closely to my voice right now. What you are experiencing is not a lack of earthly vitamins or poor time management. You are not failing at life. You are actually standing in the middle of a massive spiritual war zone because your destiny is incredibly dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. The enemy is Why would the darkness waste so much energy attacking someone who is weak? The truth is that they only attack the ones who carry a massive threat to their dark agenda. You are a generational curse breaker. The severe heaviness on your chest is undeniable proof of your immense spiritual value. You are a mighty warrior. I need you to completely reframe how you see this painful season. What you called a delay was actually my divine protection. What you thought was a brutal punishment was simply my loving hand hiding you from premature exposure. You thought I was silent, but my silence was just the loud sound of me building an impenetrable. I had to let you reach the absolute end of your own human strength. I had to let you see that your own power is simply not enough for where we are going, because the massive blessing I am preparing to release into your life will crush anyone who is not spiritually anchored. I was quietly You thought I was ignoring your desperate prayers for a breakthrough. You watched other people receive their miracles and wondered when it would finally be your turn. I know it hurt to wait in the shadows, but I was not passing you by while blessing everyone else around you. I was making sure your roots. A tall tree with shallow roots will be destroyed by the very first storm, and I could not afford to let that terrible tragedy happen to a chosen vessel who is destined to carry such a massive generational blessing. Your purpose is far too important for a quick victory. The enemy wanted you to believe this long delay was your absolute end, but it is only your intense preparation. Stay with me and pay close attention. I am going to reveal a massive secret about your finances later in this vital message. But before I open the door to your abundant future, we must deeply address the toxic lies you accepted in the wilderness. You accepted the terrible lie that you are destined to struggle forever. You accepted poverty. You must reject that poverty mindset right now. The financial struggle you are enduring is not because you are lazy or foolish. The darkness is trying to keep you poor because they know exactly what you will do with massive wealth. They know you will feed the hungry. They know you will build the kingdom and heal. Your anointing is heavily tied to your future prosperity. That is exactly why the spiritual attack against your bank account has been so incredibly vicious. The enemy is desperately trying to starve you out before you realize your true divine identity. They want you so focused on basic survival that you completely forget you are the royal heir. But their wicked plan has officially failed today. You are still breathing. You are still standing here, listening to my prophetic words. And because you did not give up in the darkest hour, the entire atmosphere around your life is shifting at this very second. The heavy chains of generational poverty are beginning. I want you to take a deep breath and release the heavy guilt you carry. Stop apologizing for needing physical rest. Stop feeling guilty because you cannot save everyone around you right now. You are in a sacred season of intensive spiritual surgery, and a patient on a heavenly operating table does not apologize for sleeping while the divine physician. Let me be the divine surgeon of your weary soul today. I am carefully cutting away the heavy burdens you picked up along the long road. I am removing the toxic expectations placed upon you by people who never understood your high calling. You do not have to explain your painful isolation to them anymore. I am your ultimate defender. We are about to step into a completely different frequency of grace. Do not let your wandering mind pull you away from my voice. I need your spirit completely attuned to what is coming next. Because the massive revelation I am about to give you will make the last 5 years of intense suffering make perfect and beautiful sense. You will finally understand. I need you to open your spiritual eyes and truly see the battlefield right now. The intense exhaustion you have been fighting is not a natural occurrence. It is a highly coordinated attack from the spiritual enemy. The dark forces saw the massive light inside your spirit long ago. They realized you were chosen to shatter the heavy chains over your family, and they desperately wanted to stop you before you discovered your true power. Because they cannot touch your soul directly, they use the people around you. Think about the painful betrayals you experienced recently. You gave them your pure heart. You helped them when they were struggling, but they smiled in your face while quietly plotting your painful downfall behind your back, and they rewarded your deep kindness with brutal lies. You cried and wondered why I allowed them to hurt you so badly, but I need you to understand my protective process clearly today. I had to let them walk away. They were secretly draining your precious energy. They were toxic parasites sent by the enemy to completely derail your high calling, so I removed them from your inner circle on purpose. Your pure heart could not see their hidden poison, but I saw exactly what they were doing in the dark. My silence during your painful heartbreak was simply the sound of me building a permanent wall between you and their toxic influence. You thought you lost a valuable friend, but you actually survived a deadly spiritual assassination attempt. Do not let your mind wander back to those toxic memories. Listen carefully to my words instead. Your painful silence in the face of their betrayal was incredibly powerful. You refused to seek petty revenge. You did not attack them back when they spread terrible lies about your character, and your quiet dignity gave me the legal right to become your ultimate defender. I am preparing a massive table for you in the exact presence of your enemies. They will watch you rise. The people who mocked your painful struggle are about to witness my radiant glory resting heavily upon your life. The heavenly court has already reviewed your difficult case. The righteous judge has struck down every single lie spoken against your good name. Stay with me, because the atmosphere is shifting rapidly now. You are stepping out of the painful season of deep betrayal. I am actively filtering out every toxic relationship that currently exists in your inner circle. Anyone who does not genuinely celebrate your divine calling will be removed immediately. You will no longer carry the heavy baggage of broken people, because I am completely cutting those dark attachments off your beautiful spirit today. This intense purification process was absolutely necessary. You are about to step into a season of massive financial abundance. I could not give you the blessing while those toxic leeches were still attached. They would have stolen every single drop of your divine provision. The enemy wanted them perfectly positioned to drain your upcoming miracle, but I ruined their wicked plan before it could even begin. I cut those invisible ties to save your beautiful future. Can you feel the heavy burden lifting off your tired shoulders right now? The demonic assignment against your precious mind is completely broken. The whispering spirits of deep depression are fleeing from your house. They cannot survive the holy fire that I am placing inside you, and they must bow down to the absolute authority of my spoken word. You are a mighty warrior who has successfully survived the fiery furnace. The enemy threw everything they had at you to break your strong spirit. They sent financial lack and toxic betrayals to completely destroy your faith. But you are still standing here today. You are still holding on to my powerful promises despite the intense pain, and heaven is incredibly proud of your unshakable resilience in the dark. We are about to enter the most crucial part of this divine transmission. Do not skip ahead. You will completely miss the prophetic key if you leave now. I am gathering my strongest angels to surround your physical home right now. The dark season of silent suffering is officially over, and a new era of massive joy is dawning over your beautiful life today. Every tear you cried over broken relationships is being converted into massive spiritual authority. You will no longer weep in secret over people who never valued your precious heart. You are stepping into a profound frequency of divine alignment today. I am currently replacing your deep sorrow with an undeniable sense of heavenly purpose. The invisible wounds on your soul are being completely healed by my loving touch, and you will never have to bleed. Keep your eyes completely focused on my ultimate truth. The enemy will try to send those toxic people back into your life very soon. They will text you and pretend they have magically changed their terrible ways. Do not fall for their dangerous trap. I am warning you in advance so you can boldly slam the door in their faces, because you must fiercely protect your newly found peace. Your destiny is far too massive to be tied to small minds. The silent sufferer is becoming the loud testimony. The chosen one is finally taking their rightful place on the royal throne. I am putting a completely new song in your mouth today. It is a powerful song of absolute victory and unshakable faith, and the dark shadows are running away from your intense light right now. I want you to completely still your racing mind for a brief moment. Close your eyes and take a very slow breath. Something extraordinary is happening in the invisible realm around you right now. And even though you cannot see it with your physical eyes, the heavy spiritual atmosphere in your room is drastically shifting into pure peace. You have been breathing in toxic anxiety for far too long, but right now the cold air is shifting into warm comfort. This is not just an emotional, earthly feeling you are experiencing today. It is the undeniable and overwhelming presence of heaven, stepping directly into your current physical space to rescue you. You are no longer alone. Even as you read these very words, thousands of warring angels are receiving their specific assignments concerning your life. They are leaving the heavenly throne room quickly. They are descending rapidly toward your exact location, and they carry bright swords of burning fire because they have strict orders to completely destroy the hidden traps around your home. I am wrapping your fragile soul in an impenetrable aura of divine protection. The enemy can no longer see your spirit. When they look for you in the dark, they will only see my blinding light reflecting back at them. You are securely hidden under the massive shadow of my mighty wings where no weapon can ever reach you. Listen to me carefully and do not let your mind wander right now. The spiritual enemy is absolutely terrified of what is happening in this exact second. They know that once this protective shield is fully activated, they lose their wicked access to your mind forever. They will desperately try to distract you. You are a brave generational curse breaker. You have endured the fiery trials, and because you did not surrender your strong faith in the deepest darkness, heaven is proudly rewarding your beautiful resilience today. The mighty angels standing in your room right now are bringing a very specific gift for your future. It is a supernatural. We are moving very close to the ultimate breakthrough. I need you to actively participate in this divine shift right now. This is a crucial moment for your tired spirit to respond. Press the like button right now, and please understand that this is not just a meaningless click, but a powerful prophetic act telling heaven. By taking that small physical action, you are legally agreeing with the angelic protection. You are signing your name on a heavenly contract. The enemy absolutely hates your bold obedience, but your simple act of faith is completely terrifying the dark shadows that used to terrorize your sleep every single night. You are fine. I told you earlier about a stolen blessing. The enemy took it from your bloodline many years ago, but the angels surrounding you right now have forcefully taken it back. They are holding your massive restoration in their bright hands while waiting for my final command. But the prophetic countdown has not started yet. Do not skip ahead or rush this sacred process. The spiritual realm requires absolute obedience and perfect timing. If you leave before all the heavy seals are fully broken, the divine doors will aggressively slam shut again. Stay with me, beloved. Because the massive revelation I promised you is literally seconds away from manifesting in you are completely surrounded by my loving grace. Look at your empty hands right now. They are no longer the weak hands of a weary victim. They are the powerful and anointed hands of a chosen heir who commands angelic armies with a single word. I have equipped you with absolutely everything you need to conquer the giants. The spiritual weather has completely changed. The long winter of your weary soul is officially over. The angels are actively clearing the heavy debris from your path right now so you can finally step forward. They are making the crooked roads perfectly straight so you can run toward your beautiful destiny without ever stumbling again. I want you to prepare your heart for the massive climax of this message. What I am about to declare over your finances will absolutely shock your entire family. The foolish people who doubted your calling will be completely speechless when they see it. Heaven is bringing a swift and undeniable vindication to your doorstep very soon. The moment of ultimate breakthrough has finally arrived. I am stepping down into the deepest parts of your bloodline today, and I am breaking the chains that held your ancestors captive. I am rendering a final verdict from the highest court of heaven. The long era of your silent suffering. Hear my voice clearly in this holy moment. I am actively breaking the ancient seal of poverty over your family name. The invisible enemy thought they could keep you broke and miserable forever, but they completely underestimated the massive power of my spoken word. I decree a supernatural reversal over your entire life. Every single curse spoken against you in secret is now shattered. I am pulling out the toxic roots of generational trauma from your fragile soul, and you will no longer carry the heavy sins of your parents. You are the chosen one who breaks the cycle. The dark shadows are screaming as they now receive this prophetic declaration over your life. I am establishing an absolute wall of divine protection around your physical home. The spiritual saboteur who has been secretly draining your energy has been identified and removed, and their legal right to torment your peaceful sleep expired at midnight. Listen to the specific timeline I am giving you today. The prophetic countdown starts right now. Within the next 72 hours, you will witness a massive miracle because I am releasing the angelic armies to recover every single thing the enemy stole from you. You must keep your eyes completely open. This is not a random coincidence or a lucky break. This is a highly coordinated rescue mission from the heavenly realm. The 72-hour window is a sacred covenant time. During this time, you will feel an undeniable warmth washing over your tired body, and the heavy brain fog will completely evaporate from your mind. You do not let your guard down during this crucial shift. The enemy heard exactly what I just promised you. They are completely terrified of the anointed warrior you are becoming. Because once this absolute protection is fully locked in, they lose their favorite target forever, and you are stepping into a... Look at what is happening in the spiritual atmosphere. The third and final seal over your grand destiny is cracking wide open. The painful isolation is over, and the heavy confusion is lifting. You are stepping into a beautiful season of absolute divine alignment. The power to heal generations has just been fully activated. I want you to boldly claim this protective shield today. You have carried a heavy longing in your heart for many difficult seasons. You watched others receive their breakthrough while you stood patiently in the cold shadows, but a righteous ruling came down from the heavenly throne room today. Even now it is springing up rapidly around you. If you feel a sudden lightness in your chest, that is your spirit recognizing the ultimate truth, because you are officially marked by my divine grace. No weapon formed against your physical body or your peaceful mind will ever prosper. The mighty shield of heaven is... I am sealing your family line with my holy fire. Your children and their children will inherit the massive blessing you are fighting for today. The painful cycle of poverty and depression stops exactly here. It stops with you because you were brave enough to trust my voice in the dark, and do not look back at the broken pieces of your painful past. You cannot walk into this new era carrying the heavy baggage of yesterday, so drop the guilt and the shame right now. I have completely washed away every mistake you ever made. You are standing before me perfectly clean and ready for the massive heart. The clock is ticking on your 72-hour miracle. Heaven has stopped its regular order just to deliver this specific word to your screen. The angels are actively moving the earthly puzzle pieces to bring your sudden blessing into physical reality, and you will soon receive a message that changes everything. I I am breaking the final chains of anxiety off your weary soul. Rest securely in the powerful promise I have spoken over you. The long war for your mind is finally won. You can lay down your heavy weapons and let me carry you across the finish line, because the dark season is over and Remember the stolen blessing I spoke of earlier in this message. The true identity of the invisible thief has been fully exposed in the spiritual realm today. The dark legal right they held over your finances expired completely at midnight, and because you remained faithful through the brutal pain, heaven is sending exactly what is returning to your hands within the next 72 hours. Your absolute I am decreeing a supernatural reversal over your empty bank account right now. The painful season of living paycheck to paycheck is completely dead. You will no longer stare at the ceiling late at night, worrying about how to pay your mounting bills. A massive financial surprise will manifest in your physical reality very soon, because I am actively moving the necessary resources to your exact location. It is a strategic. This unexpected blessing is not a random lottery win. It is the exact compensation for every single thing the enemy stole from your weary family. Watch closely for a specific number containing the sacred digit 7 or 11. When you finally see that number on your screen, you will know for a fact that heaven has officially intervened in your earthly economy. Your heavy debt. The highest courtroom of heaven has ruled entirely in your favor. Those toxic people who whispered behind your back are about to witness my glory. They smiled in your face while secretly plotting your painful downfall in the dark. But now they will be forced to stand back and watch as I elevate you to a powerful position they tried to keep you out of. They will deeply. I am preparing a massive table for you in the exact presence of your enemies. They cannot touch the radiant blessing I am placing on your head. Their cruel words have been completely turned into the very stepping stones for your ultimate promotion. You will not have to say a single word to defend your honor anymore, because my supernatural favor is your loudest and most absolute defense. Can you feel the heavy burden lifting off your tired chest? The profound peace of heaven is flooding your anxious mind at this exact second. You are no longer running underwater, where every single step requires twice the normal energy. The dark spiritual blockage has been removed from your path, so you can run toward your destiny without stumbling over their hidden traps again. You are stepping. You thought your bank account would never recover from the massive hit. The enemy wanted you to file for spiritual and financial bankruptcy. But I am opening the eternal vaults of heaven over your physical home right now. The stolen wealth of the wicked is being rapidly transferred into the pure hands of the righteous, and you are the chosen recipient who will distribute this massive blessing today. You are. Do you remember the long nights you spent crying over unpaid bills? I collected every single tear and turned them into a massive harvest. You are about to receive a financial overflow that will wipe out years of painful struggle. It will be more than enough to completely heal your family and help the broken people around you who desperately need a touch of my divine grace. I am giving you the unique power to create wealth and heal generations. Look at your hands right now because they are highly anointed. Everything you touch in this new season will prosper beyond your wildest human imagination. The dark forces are completely powerless to stop the massive blessing rushing toward you, so you simply need to open your heart and accept the gifts I am bringing. The 72-hour window is rapidly counting down. I need your tired spirit to remain completely anchored in this divine promise. Do not let sudden doubt steal the massive miracle that is literally seconds away from manifesting. The warrior angels have already dispatched the physical provision to your exact location on earth, and they are standing guard over your house to ensure it arrives perfectly. Your enemies must bow down to the absolute authority I placed on your life. They will clearly see the undeniable evidence of my intense love for you. You will no longer beg for a tiny seat at their broken tables. You are building a brand new table where only pure grace and massive abundance are allowed to sit, and you are the royal heir reclaiming your rightful throne. You are. Breathe in my perfect peace and let the toxic anxiety completely go. The brutal war for your financial freedom is finally won. You have successfully survived the terrible wilderness, and now you are entering the promised land. The sweet milk and honey of heavenly provision are flowing directly into your living room, washing away every trace of the bitter poverty you endured for years. Your beautiful future. This is your turning point. The massive divine reversal is actively happening in your life right now. I am violently breaking the heavy chains of debt and permanently closing the doors of endless lack. You will never have to borrow from those toxic people who secretly despise you ever again, because you will be the one who lends to many nations through my supernatural provision. But I must warn you right now, the enemy heard exactly what I just promised you today. They are absolutely furious about your upcoming financial deliverance, and they are about to launch a desperate counterattack to steal your massive blessing because they deeply despise your glorious destiny. You must not let your guard down, because once this ultimate provision is fully released, you must fiercely protect. They cannot stop the angelic delivery reaching your physical house, so they will aggressively attack your fragile mind instead. In the next few days, you will feel a heavy brain fog, and you will suddenly doubt everything I have spoken over your weary soul today. They want to create a thick mist of terrible anxiety to confuse your tired spirit. Do not. I am telling you this in advance so you are totally prepared. When that dark confusion hits your mind, you must fiercely remember my voice. Do not let their toxic whispers convince you that this miracle is completely fake. You have waited too long to surrender now. But you cannot defeat this mental attack relying on your own human strength, because you desperately. They will try to make you forget the profound peace you feel right now. The enemy loves to use spiritual amnesia to rob my chosen children. Tomorrow morning you might wake up feeling completely drained again, and you might look at your empty bank account and feel a sudden wave of sharp panic. That panic is not your own emotion. When that heavy fog rolls into your mind, you must speak my promises out loud. Do not sit in silence and let the enemy terrorize your fragile thoughts. You are a mighty warrior who has the absolute authority to banish them, while I stand beside you, supplying the endless power you need to win. Speak my holy name, and watch the dark clouds instantly vanish from your room. But this weapon only works if you are fully submitted to my divine will. That is exactly why I require a binding covenant of obedience from you today. A covenant is a powerful spiritual shield that the kingdom of darkness cannot legally penetrate, and it secures your massive blessing for eternity. I am offering you a permanent place under my protective wings. To fully activate this breakthrough, I need you to take a specific step. I require a prophetic act of deep obedience from you today. Heaven is not just hoping you will randomly respond. Heaven is entirely expecting you to firmly stand up and claim your inheritance because you are the chosen royal heir. I am bringing the heavy rain of abundance, but you must prepare your earthly. I have fiercely fought the invisible battles for your beautiful soul. I have completely cleared the thorny path ahead of you. But faith without action is totally dead. You cannot receive a supernatural harvest if you refuse to plant a physical seed, and you cannot demand a miracle while sitting in completely stubborn passivity. I need you to show me that you are truly ready to handle this massive overflow. Action. Many people hear my prophetic voice and feel temporary excitement, but they fail to take action, and their massive miracles slip away into the wind. Do not be like the foolish ones who ignore the crucial instructions of heaven. Your passive hesitation will give the enemy the exact loophole they desperately need to invade your life again. You must actively. The heavenly window of pure grace is rapidly closing. You only have a short time to lock in this specific blessing before the angels move on. Do not let hesitation steal what I have carefully prepared for you. You must boldly enter into a sacred covenant with me tonight, because the financial reversal you have cried for is literally second. You must physically demonstrate your absolute faith in the earthly realm. The spiritual angels are watching your hands right now to see what you will do next. Will you shrink back into the cold shadows of fear, or will you boldly claim the ultimate breakthrough I have placed right in front of you while the gates of heaven are wide open? The choice is. Remember the 72-hour window I firmly established for your miracle. The countdown is already ticking in the invisible spiritual realm. Do not let the enemy convince you to delay your obedience until tomorrow. Delayed obedience is just disguised disobedience, and it will definitely cost you the massive harvest you have prayed for. You must move completely. I will not force you to accept this divine protection against your free will. I am simply offering you the golden key to your eternal freedom. If you want to break the generational curse forever, you must follow my specific instructions carefully, because your future depends on this exact moment. Open your spirit right now and prepare your weary soul. The final seal is ready. Now bow your head and let me seal this word over your spirit. Receive my profound blessing of peace today. The long war is finally over, and the bright morning has officially arrived in your life. You can lay down your heavy weapons right now because I am carrying you across the finish line. Let the deep anxiety completely wash out of your tired chest. I am locking this sacred covenant over your family line. The legal right the darkness had over your peace is revoked forever. The whispering spirits of fear must leave your house immediately because they cannot survive my holy fire. You are securely hidden under the shadow of my mighty wings. No weapon formed against you will ever prosper. You are no longer a weary victim, weeping in secret. I am transforming you into a powerful living testimony today. The people who mocked your painful struggle will see my radiant glory resting upon you. They will be completely speechless when they see your sudden elevation. You are stepping into a beautiful frequency of divine alignment. But you must protect this new frequency with absolute diligence. Do not let the toxic doubts of the world invade your mind tomorrow morning. When the enemy tries to bring back the heavy brain fog, you must speak my words out loud. Remember that you are my chosen royal heir, and you possess the ultimate spiritual authority to permanently lock this blessing. You must complete your final prophetic acts of obedience tonight. I need you to share this urgent transmission with exactly 3 people who are currently struggling in the dark hooves of despair. Do not hesitate to spread my light. When you send this video to them, you are actively breaking the chain. This simple act of sharing is a powerful transactional gratitude. It shows heaven that you are not selfishly hoarding the light, but multiplying it for the kingdom. Type the sacred digits 777 in the comments right now to seal this covenant forever. Let your typing be the permanent physical signature on our faith. Without physical action is completely dead. If you desire a supernatural harvest of financial freedom, you must be willing to plant a physical seed. I invite you to release your seed of faith through the Super Thanks button right below this screen. Sow a financial seed today and reap a massive financial harvest from your physical action right now sets a permanent spiritual contract in motion. The financial reversal you have cried for is literally seconds away from manifesting in your reality. The debts will be canceled, and the lack will be permanently destroyed. Show me that you are truly ready to handle the overflow by taking this final. I am pouring out my heavy rain of abundance over your entire home. Your bank account will overflow with supernatural provision within the next 72 hours. Watch closely for the divine signs and the specific numbers containing 7 or 11. When you see them, remember that I have officially intervened in your earthly. May my perfect peace guard your heart and guide your steps. You will no longer run underwater where every single step requires twice the energy. The divine weather has completely changed, and your long winter is permanently over. Step forward into the beautiful promised land with your head held high, because you are. I am establishing an impenetrable wall of fire around your precious children. The generational curses of lack and depression are completely shattered at this very second. Your family line is beautifully redeemed and securely protected for many generations to come. Walk in your true identity as a mighty conqueror. Let my quiet voice be the anchor of your soul in times of confusion. The dark forces have completely lost their wicked access to your mind today. They are running away from your intense light because they are totally terrified of your anointing. You are safe, you are hidden, and your future is more radiant than your human. Complete your holy tasks right now before the window of grace closes. Share the bright light, sow your seed of faith, and turn on your notifications for the next prophetic word. Heaven is proudly watching your hands right now. Go forth in absolute confidence, because your ultimate victory is permanently locked in the